And finally, new rule: if the Democrats are going to continue to debate stuff that happened in the 1970s, they have to dress in 70s clothing. If we're going to talk about busing, do it right. Even though nobody under 55 knows what you're talking about, you may as well be debating denture cream. But why bring it up at all? Does anyone really think today's helicopter parents would be into busing little Harper 90 minutes away to the poor side of town? But this is the new trick in Democratic politics. Dig up something your opponent said decades ago that looks bad by today's standards and pretend that that's a mic drop evidence of your awesome moral superiority. Kirsten Gillibrand tried to pull some of that woke liberal time machine bullshit on Biden, calling out something he wrote 38 years ago about women working outside the home. For more details, visit the National Archives. It's on microfiche. Liberals are funny. They believe in evolution, except when it comes to people. Kamala Harris was our Attorney General here in California in 2010, and I contributed to her campaign. And I was disappointed when she opposed legalizing marijuana. Well, now she's for it. That's all that matters. We don't need to beat her up about 2010. That's called learning. We used to want that in a leader. Obama was against gay marriage when he became president, as was most of the country. But then...
I've been going through an evolution on this issue.
And do you recall who got him to evolve? Biden. Humans evolve. You could be against gender-inclusive bathrooms and then one day change your mind because you have to take a wicked piss. People need to stop pretending that if they were alive back when, they wouldn't have been the same asshole as everyone else. Yes, you would. I know your parents told you you're exceptional, but not to the point of seeing the future. You would have driven without seatbelts and drank when you were pregnant and hit your kids and hit your neighbor's kids. They did that shit. Yeah, it's a member of the neighbor. Because woke sight is not 2020. And you don't have ESPCP. Extrasensory politically correct perception. If you were around in the 1980s, you would have worn those horrible colors and the big shoulder pads. You just would have. You're not Nostradamus. And if you were around in the 1780s and you were rich and white, you likely would have had slaves. The first abolition society in America was founded in 1775, and it had 24 members. 24 people in the whole country thought slavery was wrong the year before we declared independence. Stop being surprised we used to be dumber than we are now. The humans of tomorrow will be horrified by us. They won't believe we used to sexualize people during sex. Millennials seem to think they came along right as society met perfection. Do you really think future generations will look at what you're doing? The man buns and the giant, stupid, ear-stretching earrings and say, that was the moment civilization peaked. We can add nothing more. No. You're not morally better than your grandparents. You just came later. You're just the next upgrade. You're the iPhone 11. Yeah, it's funny. Nobody has trouble grasping technological evolution. Nobody writing a love note with a quill ever said, "Why can't I send a dick pic?" Nobody in 1975 asked, "Why isn't my TV flat? Why is my 8-track not satellite radio?" Nobody speaking into that Kleenex box that we had at first was mad at it because it wasn't a smartphone yet. Things get obsolete because we grow and improve, including us. Can we please stop pointing out people breaking rules that didn't exist yet and just grandfather in the shit you would have done if you were alive then?
Amen.
I'm sorry Joe Biden had to get along with segregationists, but when he first entered politics, he had to get along with Aaron Burr.